NFI. Invite the people my friends about to invite to the party. No, no. These guys, I know them for a while. But let's just say before I met you. Yeah. I know. Actually, wait, no. I know you, Jay. I know you a little bit more longer. I'm tripping. Oh my god. PS59 will ban everything for some fucking reason. PS59 will ban everything.
I guess I'm live. What's going on, YouTubers?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I was with you that day too.
Welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review, the show from May 10th, 2018. And let's get on the way, shall we?
I think I got in trouble. Because my Beyblade broke. I think Erden's. No need to apologize. He's a bitch.
All right, so let's get to the show, folks. Boy, this show was.
Another person.
This show was hard to get through, folks. And I mean by watching it. I'll explain why. But they were in Orlando, Florida, in the Impact Zone, as always. So the show opened up first with what happened in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Josh Matthews basically addressed about what happened with Don Collins. So Don Collins was I remember. Oh yeah, he was getting he received a Comeback of the Year award from this guy named Anthony Caroli.
He's on the.
I didn't say his name. But Don Collins got the award. It was it is a good comeback year for him. Because still being part of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and
yeah,
I think he made it a little bit for Ring of Honor as well. I don't remember if he did or not, but he's in Impact Wrestling now, and he's doing the best of it as being a commentator, and when it comes to being some kind of having an executive role backstage for Impact Wrestling now, which is good. Don Collins, man, always respected Don Collins. Always respected Don Collins. Even his days in at the time in WWF and a little bit in ECW. But yeah, he gets the award, and also he gets confronted by Sami Callihan. Yeah, Sami Callihan goes after him and attacks him because the whole thing with Eddie Edwards match from WrestleCon in New Orleans, Louisiana. For that Lucha Underground versus Impact Wrestling versus Lucha Underground event that they did. So basically, Don Collins was attacked by Sami Callihan, which is why Josh Matthews has been the solo commentator for Impact Wrestling, which was holy shit, hard to go through, because Josh Matthews was fucking garbage, was fucking boring, was fucking trash. He was going through emotions. It was just terrible.
Yeah, I took him. Yo, I'm barely out. Okay. Oof.
But Josh Matthews talking about all night they're talking about Impact management behind doors. We were discussed this whole thing about the future.
I think the guy had actually
Sami Callihan's Impact Wrestling career. So they were in the meeting of that one. They didn't show the meeting in the office. But they showed the door of Impact Management, and they kept showing it to it. They kept showing it, and also you also got Josh Matthews on commentary talking about it too and everything. During the match too. By the way, it was fucking annoying, and just the way he was talking, the way he was they didn't even try to sound like he was excited about the show. Especially it didn't sound like it was just terrible, man. The show, I feel like the show was god awful because of Josh Matthews. He was boring me to sleep on the show. Oh man, there was some parts he did care, but there was only one thing he cared about. We'll get to that later. But a whole lot the rest of the show overall, Josh Matthews was fucking boring as a comment. I don't understand why Impact Wrestling is having this guy to be the head commentator of Impact Wrestling, to be the voice of Impact Wrestling, to be the guy that they're pushing on TV. I don't understand what is the appealing of Josh Matthews on Impact Wrestling. You ask me, it's fucking garbage.
Wait, hold on, wait. No, north, somebody. Someone's building.
But let's go through this. Before I do, let me just I'll check something here first.
Yeah, they're not in a storm. So, we're getting in a circle. We can just like, oh, they got a launch pad.
Oh man. Hold on a second, folks. Hold on a second.
I'll tell you what they're directly fit. Yeah, yeah, I guess. Yeah. If they get high ground, we're kind of fucked.
All right, let me just check something before I move on, folks.
Oh. Fuck. What? Fuck, man.
I don't understand why it won't let me do that. Oh, whatever.
What? How the fuck did I miss that shot? Yo, I had a headshot. What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh shit. Who's Sports Gamer?
Just give one moment. One moment.
Maybe our friend. Do you guys want him to stay or no?
Okay, let me see something.
Yeah, exactly. Here. Most in person and.
All right, let me move on, folks. I'm sorry about that. All right, so like I said, I'll just open up, like I said, with the whole thing with Josh Matthews explaining about what happened to Don Collins because of Sammy Callahan, which means that Josh Matthews has to be the guy to be commentating the show throughout the entire 2 hours of the show. It was fucking trash, except for that one match. I'll get to that later.
It's loading. Oh. Sure. Yeah.
So, anyways,
yeah,
so we get the new tag team, Jay-Z and Andrew Everett. They call themselves Z and E to take on LAX, Santana and Ortiz. Still no Santa Conan.
I did the same thing.
Sorry, folks. I don't feel. I'm not looking. I'm distracted right now, but I'm checking something here.
Oh, me and Sports got it.
But this match is this match happening. Josh Matthews. That's where I started noticing that Josh Matthews was not trying to sound excited for this match because he's too distracted about what happened with Don Collins because what Sammy Callahan did, and the whole thing he kept talking about how Impact Management is gonna let us know about the future regarding Sammy Callahan's actions, what he did to Don Collins.
Yes.
So Josh Matthews was on commentary, talking really low. I couldn't understand what he was talking about.
Shut up, Jay.
It's like he was going through emotions. I'm like,
where you want to go?
I'm like, why the fuck is he even there? I mean, I would rather have Sanjay Dutt commentary with Josh Matthews than to hear Josh Matthews alone on commentary. I mean, with Don, Impact Wrestling basically they took a fine time to have Don Collins to be to attack to not be part of the show to commentate with Josh Matthews. Didn't think that Josh Matthews would be the guy to carry the show alone, and the way he carried the show was fucking trash. One moment, folks.
Off and turn it off. Well, click on video, just like, leave. people will do that video. They'll just like whatchamacallit, like it's a video of something that has to do with a certain topic. Someone just likes
All right. So yeah, match happens. It's been a good match, by the way, between Z and E versus LEX. But LEX also losing the match against Z and E. And there you go. That was the match. And I couldn't get into that much because Josh Matthews was fucking garbage.
I can give you an AR if you want.
Also, we see Joseph Park, preparing Grado for his
through the window. Oh,
for his first match back in Impact Wrestling, for being deported and all that bullshit. So also Grado introduces his girlfriend.
Fuck, he's literally almost down.
His girlfriend, Katarina, who was best known as Winter in TNA
Joey,
before.
watch out to the left.
Yeah, before, and TNA Wrestling, she was known as Winter.
Joey, kill that guy right here. Kill the guy behind you.
Also in WWE, she was known as Katie Lee Burchell, the sister of Pearl Burchell, which probably no relations, they're not related, by the way. And an OVW, which is known as Katie Lee.
Yeah, butt cheeks. Barack Obama, here he comes.
It makes me miss having somebody to laugh at.
I was the only sacrifice. This game is bullshit.
Okay.
This game is bullshit. Yo, how my friend just added me?
Just try to check something here, folks. But yeah, Grado's new girlfriend is Katarina Winter. That's her name, by the way.
Wow, thanks.
But they call her by our first name so far. I think they'll probably have her be Winter later on. I don't know if they are or not. I don't know if they're planning on doing that, but whatever. But Grado is back now.
Oh shit.
I'm not. Hold on a second, folks. Oh, okay, never mind.
Nah, Jay, no lie. We kind of lost touch when we went to 318 now. Even though we were in the same school, we didn't talk.
Right now, you think right now we're getting one team.
Sorry about that, folks.
I didn't even like anybody in my class. You know,
I was just checking something.
I got fucking bullied.
I was just checking something. So here we go.
I got bullied.
Now let's get to Grado.
No, I try to be nice to everybody, but yo.
Yeah. So Grado first is Rohi Raju. I think that's his name. Basically the guy who won that Global Forge TV reality show, whatever, from Impact Wrestling, ImpactWrestling.com, whatever.
Everything that you fucking wearing.
One second, folks. Oh God.
Basically, yes, they actually would.
Keep it down, bro.
It was this.
So Grado goes up against our Rohi Raju. Again, I'll try to learn it, but you have basically Grado has new theme music. He's got a new girlfriend.
Yeah.
At ringside. Match itself, it was nothing.
From me.
Grado wasn't whatever. But Raju was actually pretty good in the match. But then he loses anyways. And the way he lost to Grado with a cannonball. Whatever
was in a different class. Jorge was in a different class. But Jorge moved.
So then also Grado and Katarina was walking backstage. Also they see Joseph Park laid out. And it was the red and black X mark again. Who's making these attacks? I don't know. But Grado was selling it like he was selling it and over dramatic and all that. I'm like, oh my God, he's made it look bad now.
Yeah, he was fun.
We get to the third generation wrestler, Tessa Blanchard, who's the newest member of Impact Wrestling of the Knockouts division, and she talks about how she wrestled around the world in China, Japan, and in England.
To be honest,
everywhere around the world she's wrestled. She's wrestled one of the best, and she's beaten one of the best. And she's here to Impact Wrestling to be the best. And there you go. So yeah, Tessa Blanchard is there, which is good. And
Nah, PS
But we'll see what she does as a
heel.
heel in Impact Wrestling. Obviously, she's gonna be feuding with Kira Hogan based on what they did between those two last week. I mean, 2 weeks ago. They did that. So we get to Mackenzie Mitchell interviewing Eli Drake.
Who, me?
Where also Scott Steiner. Yes, Eli Drake and Scott Steiner were there. Eli Drake is gonna be cashing in his opportunity because of his Feast of Fire briefcase. He's cashing on Pentagon Jr. for the Impact World Championship. All of a sudden, Eli Drake's talking about saying that on the tag titles with Scott Steiner means the world and everything, but he wants to be world champion. And Scott Steiner says that don't get too greedy now. We'll get and
I didn't have the picture anymore.
It basically tells Eli Drake to always be greedy. I meant to say, and and then it says, and then Eli Drake basically told Scott Steiner to let him know that he's gonna do it on his own. He doesn't need his help and all that. Scott Steiner was like, saying that you should have me in your corner and all that. And Eli Drake's like, no, I appreciate that and all that. But no, I can do this on my own. So we'll get to that later. Next we get to El Hydro de Fantasma versus Drago versus Aerostar versus Taiji Ishimori in the 4-way.
Of course.
No one contendership match to face the X Division champion.
Anime
I think it's this week, by the way. The match is gonna happen. But as far as this match was, it was a pretty good match. But again, Josh Matthews on commentary.
I think the first anime I watched was
once again, Josh Matthews going through emotions, didn't give a fuck about calling on the impact of these matches. That the impact of this move for these match for all four of these wrestlers, these luchador wrestlers, should I say, or basically luchador wrestlers. It's the same thing, whatever. But anyways, yeah, Josh Matthews again, killing the vibe of the show, killing the vibe of this match. It could, this was a good match too, and he fucking killed the vibe of it.
Yo, Jay, have this ever happened to you? You're like right there.
This is, for example, Taiji Ishimori's Golden Star Moonsault from the outside. This is Josh Matthews.
Yo, that's
Taiji Ishimori going for the Golden Age Star Moonsault, and then when it comes to Phantasma going for his Depths of Hell Suicide Dive, he goes like this. Phantasma with the Depths of Hell Suicide Dive. And then when it comes to Aerostar doing all his moves, like a big Hurricanrana that he did. And then I'm sorry, that was actually Drago. Drago hits a big Hurricanrana onto Aerostar, and then on commentary, Josh Matthews is saying like this, Aerostar with a Hurricanrana. And then with Aerostar, he goes for the second rope backstabber, and Josh Matthews like Aerostar with a springboard backstabber, something like that.
They might have a launch pad.
He sounded like he didn't care. And then the finish of the match, Phantasma hits Aerostar with the hill to throw the hunt, and Josh Matthews like, this is how Josh Matthews says it. I don't remember if he said that way, but this is how I thought he said. And Phantasma wins the 4-way match to become the number one contender for the X Division Championship. Yeah, that.
Oh God, Jay, you're about to get raped.
Lower it down. All right, so let's get that now to a part. Now let's get to the part with Impact. Shh. Now let's get back to the part with Impact management. About discussing the whole thing with Sami Callihan's future. Eddie Edwards barged in, and they went to commercial break.
Don't get
and then they come after commercial break, and they see Eddie Edwards try to convince management to don't fire him, know that. But management was going to fire him. Basically, the whole thing was that Sami Callihan was planning on being fired anyways. But Eddie Edwards made sure to for Impact Wrestling to reverse that decision to him to stay in Impact Wrestling, because Eddie Edwards told them that he suffered a broken eye, something like that. The whole thing with Sam Callihan with the baseball bat thing, for his company and everything. And he says he's like I'll handle Sami Callihan, and then Impact Wrestling said fine, you can handle him, but not in Impact Wrestling. And Eddie was like good, and then that ended up happening on basically the announcement was made that it's gonna be Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan 1-on-1 at Tommy Dreamer's promotion, House of Hardcore. It's gonna be shown on Impact Wrestling this week, and I can't wait to see that match. By the way, don't know who won the match, but I'll see how that ends up happening. By the way, I think that was the end of hour number 2. By the way, I mean hour number 1. So tomorrow wrestling for hour number 1, 3 matches, and that was good too. And we get to Moose versus Kongo Kong. Kongo Kong's being accompanied by Jimmy Jacobs. This match happened in Indiana at a House of Hardcore event. Basically in Fort Wayne, Indiana. A House of Hardcore event basically. Moose went up against Kongo Kong. Once again, Josh Matthews didn't care about this match. He didn't care to show any passion about this match. He didn't care to show any influence or any emphasis into this match. He was sounding like he's going through emotions. He's like he just woke up and he said just called the match like, oh, so Moose and Kongo Kong is going to end it here and it's a big man match, you know that's Josh Matthews. That's fucking Josh Matthews, and it's fucking trash. So they had a match and everything, and let's be honest with you folks. When it comes to Josh Matthews calling this match, I don't blame him at this point because Moose and Kongo Kong was having the worst match I've ever seen. That these two ever have. And then in the end, to make matters worse, Jimmy Jacobs costs Kongo Kong the match by hitting Moose with a steel chair. So yeah, Moose won by disqualification. Kongo Kong also was sent over the ropes by Moose with a clothesline because Moose tried to beat up on Jimmy Jacobs and all that. So Kongo Kong tried to help and all that. Jimmy Jacobs holds back Kongo Kong, so that match, so the feud's going to continue on between these two. So whatever. Then we get to KM and Falaba doing some entertaining segments where they're Falaba doing some exercising, and they have KM eating wherever he was eating, and there you go. And there's more. There'll be more. This KM and Falaba. I'm actually liking this, by the way. The KM and Falaba relationship that they're having when it comes to being tag team partners. So. I think it's entertaining. But I don't know how the match is going to be about. When it comes to the at the end of the day. But whatever. Brian Cage versus Takashi Yugiuri. I don't know how to say his last name. But basically he wrestled in Japan in the promotion called Pro Wrestling Nova. And it's all basically this is on the Brian Cage World Tour. That continues on. And the match was pretty good. Cage and Takashi was going at it on back and forth. Brian Cage, and so basically he ends up winning the match, by the way. He goes for his tornado claw clothesline and goes for his drill claw and gets the 3 count in the win. So your winner, continue on of the Brian Cage World Tour, Brian Cage. And it was a good match, folks. It was the best match there. And in this match, Josh Matthews finally decided to care. And then we'll get to the main event. When Josh Matthews didn't care anymore. Now we get to Allie. And Allie was in her dressing room, looking at herself in the mirror, reflecting about what happened last week with Rosemary being placed into a casket by Su Young and her undead brides. Undead bridesmaids, basically. And also we get a knock on the door of Allie. Allie opens the door. No one was there, as always expected. She sees a note. She picks it up. She reads the note. Don't know what the note said. But also she started acting all strange. She had her face and her head tilted like she's about to enchannel her demon inside of her or whatever. And then the video cuts away. And I walked away from it. And I walk away from it. I turn away. I turn away from it like, oh, what the hell was that? Basically, it did another type of horror movie scene type of deal, in a wrestling parody type of way. So, what's it going to lead to? I think it's going to lead to Allie, basically channeling what Rosemary has been channeling all this time, because to having face paint, and yeah, I don't know if Allie's going to do that. If she's going to become a demon bunny, like an actual bunny that turns into a demon. But whatever. I don't know. I don't know what they'll do. Well, we'll see. We'll see what they do this week. And finally, main event time. Pentagon Jr., the Impact World Champion, defends it against Eli Drake. Once again, Josh Matthews did not give a fuck to commentate on the main event. And it was a good main event match, too. I tried to get into the main event match, but for some reason, Josh Matthews, once again, going through emotions, didn't care about calling this match at all. Even though the whole thing with Sami Callihan has already been taken care of because of Impact Management and all that, with Eddie Edwards and all that, he still feel like he has to feel depressed on the way he had the tone of his voice. And in this match, I was having a hard time staying up because Josh Matthews was boring me to fucking death, basically sucking the life in the air out of this entire room. But they had a match and everything, and they have a very good main event match. And then in the end, Pentagon Jr. goes for his Pentagon driver onto Eli Drake and to retain his Impact World Championship. So yeah, Pentagon Jr. is still the Impact World Champion. Eli Drake, after the match, was frustrations that he didn't win. And during the match, yeah, Austin Aries backstage watching on the match to see who's going to win this match because Austin Aries is going to be next in line to go after the Impact World Championship. And there you go. But yeah, Josh Matthews fucking sucks. I don't know how many times I gotta keep saying that, but Impact Wrestling, they're going to have him being the voice and the commentary for this show, and still have him be the focal point of the show, even though he's fucking garbage, he's fucking trash, and he's fucking annoying. He's gotta go. Josh Matthews gotta go. I can't listen to this guy anymore. But anyways, and that was the end of Impact Wrestling. Tomorrow Wrestling for Impact Wrestling, file number 2, 3 matches. So the overall amount of wrestling on the show for Impact Wrestling from May 10th, 2018, I believe it was 6 matches. Yeah, 6 matches. So my overall strength for the show, it was a good show, but because Josh Matthews sucked the life out of me, bored me to death watching the show for the whole 2 hours of the show. I wanted to give it an 8 out of 10, but I'm giving it a 5 out of 10, just because of Josh Matthews' commentary. He didn't show no passion again. It's not new with Josh Matthews. He never shows any passion on commentary anyways, because he's fucking garbage. But there you go. And I'm done. Now, Gino, fire Josh Matthews and hire someone with excitement to call in the action. Exactly. AL9, is Kiera Hogan being buried? No, not exactly. She's got to work her way up to be something in Impact Wrestling. That's part of what they're doing with her right now. She's new. She just got there. They want her to be presented basically just a regular character until they find her something good to do. And to me, Tessa Blatcher is something good to do right now. Now, is she gonna win the feud at the end of the day? No. Kiera Hogan's gonna lose at the end of the day. Hopefully, that would mean later on the line they'll do something with her by having her turn heel. Kiera Hogan as a heel is better than babyface Kiera Hogan, and then basically turn heel later on down the line, and then when she start getting that heel heat, then later on you could build her way to being babyface, and then the cost could get behind her to be a babyface that she can be as the girl on fire. And then you get that done immediately. So that being said, folks, I'm done. Thank you all for watching. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Robert Serrano Jr. Make sure you subscribe and take a shot with the Natural Born Driller. Now, yeah, so thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this review, give it a thumbs down. Choice is yours and yours alone. And with that being said, folks, I'm done. Now, as far as tonight concerning when it comes to Raw, you'll get that Raw review tomorrow. I'll be back on, I'll be back on my regular schedule to do a Raw review tomorrow during the day. Now, as far as tonight, like I can't do it tonight because by the time I do it, it's gonna be lights out, and yeah. But there you go. Yeah, I'll be back to my regular schedule for this week for when it comes to WWE reviews and Impact Wrestling reviews as well. And yeah, there you go. And also, pretty soon, folks, I'll be bringing up some Ring of Honor reviews and some New Japan Pro Wrestling reviews as well. So that being said, thank you for watching. You'll take care. Have a good night. Peace on the streets. I'll talk to you all soon. Hope you guys enjoy Raw tonight. But for now, I'm out. Take care.